Listen, y'all.
At some point.
I want everybody who might not be up on this to listen to me. The corporations and wicked men in charge of this country are sitting back at a table laughing like, I can't believe we got these motherfuckers arguing this. They got to pat themselves on the back. People are actually arguing with people about whether they are a man or a woman. I grew up in Chicago. I am not saying I rooted for this. In fact, I didn't root for this, but this is how we grew up in Chicago. I'm talking about in the 80s. Just keeping it real. When I was a little youngster, that was my high school days. I used to watch what happened when men who dress like women show up anywhere. They would get moved on sight. Motherfuckers be like, get him. Right.
People just didn't know how to. They didn't know how to act with that. So yeah, it was all. Wait, what?
It wasn't none of them bold enough to stand up and say, I am a woman. Because when they was getting
I want to be a woman.
the business, they was like, ouch.
Hilarious.
But now,
I'm a woman.
we live in a time where people are arguing if a man is a woman. And if a woman is a man, this is the saddest time. It's just getting worse. We going further and further down the rabbit hole.
And it's going to get even worse. It's called social engineering. It's going to get a lot worse, man. If you know who Zbigniew Brzezinski is, the guy that wrote the Grand Chessboard, they laid all this out right from the 70s. This has been planned and it's being carried out way since then till now. So it's about forgetting about the previous generation and focusing on the youth, the kids coming. If you can capture them mentally, you own the future. Because the current generation and previous generation are going to die out. The next generation is what they want. They want the minds of the kids.
As a society.
So that's why it wasn't bad back then, because this generation hadn't grown up.
And the people who are pushing this agenda are laughing that their plan is working. A man is a man. A woman is a woman. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. If you are arguing with a man who has on a dress and lipstick, you are fucking your life up. That person is absolutely insane. Mm-hmm. A man dressed like a woman, claiming a woman, is an insane person.
Like the saying goes, you have to be crazy to be arguing with a crazy person.
You should not be arguing with them. I mean, if somebody want to chime in, they can. I'm just saying, it's like the world is going bad, man. Yeah. And if I can't say this, because I want to make sure I make this point. The reason there are cowards who might post the argument that's online but not speak on it is because those men work for the company. All the men who work for the company can't really speak on whether a man is a man or whether a woman is a woman.
Because they work for the man. They work for the man that's responsible for pushing the agenda. So they work for him. You can't go against your boss. You're going to get a very heavy hand. That's why someone like a Kevin Hart or one of these people that seen Jess Halarious come under fire from this crazy rainbow coalition, Kevin Hart's not going to say nothing because he knows where his bread is buttered. He's a company man.
They know they will lose their job. So because you lose your job for not going along with the agenda, these wicked people in charge of the nation got the world by their nuts. Right. Where men and women are arguing about what a man versus a woman is. It's insane.
Yeah, man, there's a chemical.
They want to normalize all this demonic and crazy stuff. They're desperate to normalize it because this is the culture and the way of life of the elites. Those secret parties they have up in the mountains and Beverly Hills and all of this is what they do. And they're trying to normalize it. That's why they call in pedophiles now. There's a derogatory term now. If you call them that, you have to call them minor attracted persons. What? If there's any person that don't need no protection, he's a pedo. they should be shot on sight. That's my beliefs. Minor attracted persons, man, get out of here.
in our body called makes the and you can have.
You said, man, I'm trying to cut you off. My bad, Craig. I want you to make your point land.
My point is this. I mean, I forgot it. That nigga cut me off. I forgot my point.
I fucked you up.
God.
That's what I mean. You know, sometimes we do that, but it's not on purpose. I wanted you to land. My bad. If you think of it, let me know.
It's gonna come back right.
I mean,
now.
but the man has the XY chromosome, and the woman has the XX chromosome. It's not really hard to decipher. They just try to change the shit based upon society. Well, you know, this.
What people need to know, or Americans need to know, that they don't, is empires have about a 300-year lifespan at best. So America is past due. This is like last stages. You can't go back to the glory days. When such an very well industrialized country, all those jobs and everything. Now they've shipped it all to China, and it's not coming back, man. The glory days, those days are gone. It's gone. They're going to shift the power and everything, the wealth. They're going to divert that somewhere else.
About Corey Holcomb. One thing is my kryptonite. I can't argue with a man in a dress. I can't argue with a man who got on dress, lipstick, dressed like a girl. That's one thing that you can say whatever you want to say about me. I will pause it, let you finish, and move on. The only thing I know how to do with a man in a dress is Mortal Kombat. That's the only thing I know what to do. That's why I be quiet. I be like, I ain't finna argue with you. We not finna do this. But a lot of those guys want you to address them as she. And I be like, I will never in my life address a man in a dress and some makeup a she.
Never do that. Never try to make them control what you say. Control your language. We think in language. So if you can get someone to say what they want, how they want you to say, to get yourself censored, or there's words you can't say, these words are outlaw, that's what's outlaw, you can't think no more. You dream in language, whatever your native tongue is. That's how you think in your language, in English or whatever. The more words they chip away and that you can't say, the less thinking capacity you have. It's all about controlling you. You don't get this now? People still don't understand this?
Now, I don't know what you want. We can't communicate like this. We communicate with respect or war.
Yeah.
It ain't no in between with a nigga with a dress on. I know something wrong with my brother, so I have to have patience. If your little daughter, who's 6 years old, go in the bathroom, a public bathroom at Walmart, and one of them dudes with a dress on and some lipstick try to go in the bathroom after her.
That's war right there. It's going to get dealt with fast.
Jazzy Jeffed out the door.
I'm going to tell him, hold on.
He getting Jazzy Jeffed out the door.
I'm going to tell him, hold on. I'm going to tell him, my daughter in there, you got to wait.
Yeah.
You got to wait. I don't care about what comes after that. You ain't finna be in there with my daughter, because if anything happened to my daughter with a man in the woman's bathroom, I got to go ahead and get that bail money.
Well, that's
together.
why they made those family bathrooms, thank goodness, because they made those right after my kid was already older, because I used to have to go in the bathroom.
Share no bathroom with no insane man.
People keep saying they don't care. They don't
It's
care
gonna
enough. But it's going to affect your life eventually.
It is.
It's going to impede on
just
your
like
life.
that canceling stuff, just like the sensitivity stuff, all that stuff. It all comes full circle. And
You got to
eventually-
care about somebody.
You have to care. You really have to care. This whole nonchalant attitude, like, it's none of my business, not my family, I don't care. You live in this society. These are the people you live with. People you live with every day. It's the people you see every day. These are the people that interact with your kids every day. Unless you're living in an island somewhere where it's just you and your family and nobody else, then fine. But if we're all living under the same umbrella, I'm going to have to care. Because what you do, what you don't do is directly going to affect me, because we're in the same community. So I have to care.
We talking about the sister, Jess Halarious. Jess Halarious was going in on the insane man. Because society is fucked up. Even though Jess Halarious' points were, in my opinion, on point.
That's dope.
Our sister is still lost because she bust down with her child for publicity.
Oh yeah, that's true. A couple of years ago, the same comedian, Jess Halarious, had a nude photo shoot with her baby. A naked photo shoot with her little baby. Insane. So it doesn't matter how these women try to, act right. They still have that modern woman Jezebel tendency in there. Nobody's perfect, yo, but
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see how out of whack we are in society?
Right.
Like, you be like, yeah, that's good, but it's like a person who will be like, I don't eat meat, but I lick out the back of somebody's ass. I don't understand what you're talking about. What is wrong with you? You think that because I ate this pork chop, you better than me,
Right.
and you put your tongue in the asshole. Society out of whack.